The spaceship descended slowly through the thick purple clouds of the planet Viralia. Outside, jagged mountains glowed faintly under the light of two suns. Human explorer Liam adjusted his helmet and peered through the viewport. This was not a world meant for easy exploration. The air was thick with strange gases and the ground shimmered like liquid metal. Liam had trained for years for missions like this, but nothing had prepared him for the sheer beauty and strangeness of Viralia. Approaching the landing zone, the ship's AI announced. The platform below shimmered, showing faint outlines of structures made of materials Liam had never seen. The designs were not straight or geometric like human architecture. They curved and twisted naturally, almost alive, as if the buildings had grown from the ground itself. Liam stepped onto the surface, his boots crunching on the soft, metallic soil. The air was breathable with his suit's filter, but it carried a faint floral scent. He looked around. There was no one in sight, only the strange structures and the glowing mountains in the distance. A sudden movement caught his attention. From between two tall, curved buildings, a figure emerged. It moved gracefully, almost floating above the ground. Liam froze. The figure was unlike any being he had seen. Tall, slim, and radiant, the alien wore a full-body suit that shimmered in colors he could barely describe. The suit covered every inch of the alien's body, even the face, leaving nothing visible. Yet the presence felt warm and intelligent. "Who goes there?" Liam called out, trying to sound confident. His voice was steady, but he could feel the thrill of first contact. The alien stopped and tilted her head slightly. She spoke, her voice melodic and clear despite the suit's enclosure. "I am Princess Nara of Viralia. You are far from home, human. Why have you come?" Liam took a careful step forward. "I am Liam, an explorer from Earth. I am here to learn about your world and your people." "I come in peace." Nara studied him silently for a moment. Liam could feel her gaze even through the suit. Her presence was powerful, commanding respect without any movement. Finally, she spoke again. "Do you wonder what is beneath this suit?" Liam hesitated. He had expected many questions, but none like this. He chose his words carefully. "I do not wonder what is beneath the suit. I am more interested in who you are and what you think and feel." For a moment, the alien princess seemed surprised. She tilted her head further and took a slow step closer. "Humans do not usually answer like that. Most would be curious only about what is hidden. You speak differently." Liam nodded. "I believe a person is more than what they wear or how they appear. I respect your privacy and your choices." Nara's suit shimmered brighter for a moment. It was as if she was smiling. "Curious human. Perhaps you are worthy of learning more. Follow me." Without waiting for a response, Nara turned and glided gracefully toward the tallest structure Liam had seen. The surface of the building seemed to pulse faintly with light as they approached. Liam followed carefully. The ground beneath him felt soft yet firm, almost like walking on a living surface. Inside the building, the space opened up into a vast hall. The walls glowed softly, illuminating strange patterns that moved like living images. Liam felt a mixture of awe and curiosity. The technology of Viralia was far beyond anything humans had achieved, yet it felt alive rather than mechanical. Nara stopped in the center of the hall. "Here, humans are rarely allowed," she said. "This is a place of knowledge and tradition. Only those who are trusted may enter." Liam bowed slightly. "Thank you for allowing me here. I will not cause harm." The princess observed him. "Trust is not given lightly," she said. "It is earned through actions and understanding. You must prove that you are not like others who came before you." Liam nodded again. "I understand. I am ready to show my intentions." Nara raised her hand and a series of lights appeared in the air between them. The lights formed shapes and symbols Liam did not recognize. They shifted quickly, creating patterns that seemed both complex and beautiful. "These are the trials of understanding," she explained. "You must answer questions, solve puzzles, and show the depth of your character. Only then will you see more of our world." Liam studied the floating symbols. He realized they were not just puzzles, but also tests of perception and morality. Some required understanding emotions, others logic, and some demanded creativity. He focused carefully, trying not to panic. Hours seemed to pass. Liam worked steadily, using both his mind and intuition. He noticed that Nara watched silently, her presence calm but alert. Occasionally, she would move a hand, subtly adjusting the trials. Liam felt no pressure from her. Instead, her observation encouraged him to do his best. At one point, a symbol formed that seemed to represent fear. It projected an image of a human harming another being. Liam recognized it immediately. "This cannot be the right choice," he said aloud. "Respect and kindness guide my actions. I will not choose harm." The image shifted. A bright light surrounded the symbol, and Nara's voice spoke softly. "Your answer is true. Many humans would act differently. You see not only with your eyes but also with your heart." Liam felt a warmth in his chest. He realized that he had gained a small measure of trust, not through strength or technology but through understanding and honesty. Nara moved closer again. "You are different, Liam. You carry the potential of your species, qualities many of my people have underestimated. Curiosity, empathy, and courage. These are rare and valuable." Liam smiled. "I only hope to learn and help where I can." For the first time, Nara spoke without her usual calm restraint. "Perhaps you are right. Perhaps humans have more than you give them credit for. You have answered my question not by seeing what is hidden, but by showing who you are. That is more important than any appearance." The hall began to glow brighter, and images of Nara's world appeared in the air. Liam could see cities, forests, rivers of light, and creatures that moved with elegance. The planet was alive in ways he had never imagined. This is incredible," Liam said. "Your world is beyond imagination," Nara nodded. "And you have the chance to see it fully, but only if you continue to prove your intentions. Virelia is not easily shared with outsiders. Trust is earned with patience, understanding, and respect. If you fail, the doors close forever." Liam took a deep breath. "I am ready to continue. I want to understand, not to conquer or exploit." The princess extended her hand and a soft light connected them. "Then the journey begins," she said. "Follow me into the deeper parts of Virelia, where knowledge and mystery await. What lies ahead will test more than your mind. It will test your spirit." Liam followed, feeling both excitement and caution. Every step revealed more wonders. The walls of the hall shifted, opening into a corridor that seemed to stretch endlessly. Strange floating plants emitted soft music, and the floor beneath Liam's feet glowed in rhythm with the sounds. He realized that Virelia was not just a planet but a living entity, responding to the presence of those who walked upon it. Nara glanced at him. Many humans would see only the beauty and ignore the lessons. Many would rush and fail. You, however, have shown patience. That is the first step to understanding. The deeper trials await, and they will challenge not just what you know, but what you feel and believe. As they walked deeper, Liam felt a mixture of awe, excitement, and respect. He understood that this encounter was the beginning of something far larger than himself. He was not merely an explorer. He had entered a world where his actions, choices, and understanding would shape not only his destiny, but also the perception of humanity by an entire alien civilization. For the first time, he realized that the question of what was beneath Nara's suit did not matter. What mattered was the connection, the respect, and the understanding he could show. That understanding might change everything about how humans were seen across the stars. The corridor stretched endlessly before Liam and Princess Nara, the glowing walls shifting like liquid light. Strange patterns floated across the surfaces, moving with purpose as if alive. Liam could not tell where one shape ended and another began. Each step made the floor beneath him glow more brightly, responding to his presence. "Where are we going?" Liam asked, careful to keep his voice calm. "You will see soon," Nara replied. Her voice was calm and melodic, yet carried an unspoken command. "This is a place of tests. Here your mind, heart, and spirit will be measured. Many have tried before you and failed. You must show that humans are more than appearances and strength. You must show character." Liam nodded. "I understand. I'm ready." The corridor ended in a wide, circular chamber. The walls shimmered with shifting lights, forming intricate patterns that seemed almost alive. In the center of the chamber, a pedestal rose from the floor. On it hovered a glowing orb, pulsing gently with energy. Liam stepped closer, drawn to it. "This is your first test," Nara explained. "The orb will show visions. Some will be easy to understand. Others may confuse you. You must interpret them correctly, using your mind and your heart. Your answers will reveal your nature." Liam took a deep breath and looked into the orb. It glowed brighter, and a vision appeared. He saw a human child trapped on a crumbling bridge. The wind howled around the child, threatening to knock him into a rushing river below. Across the bridge, a figure stood holding a rope, but the figure hesitated. Liam's heart pounded. "I must help," he whispered. "I must save the child." He reached for the orb, but Nara's voice stopped him. Do not act physically. This is a test of understanding, not strength. What would you do? Liam closed his eyes, thinking carefully. I would encourage the figure to help. I would explain that the child's life matters more than fear or hesitation. I would show them how courage and compassion can change the outcome. The vision shifted. Now he saw another scene. A group of aliens arguing over a piece of valuable technology. One wanted to use it for themselves, ignoring the needs of the others. The argument grew heated, voices rising. Liam recognized greed and selfishness in their actions. He considered carefully. I would help them see the bigger picture. I would show that cooperation and fairness benefit everyone. I would find a solution that respects all parties. The orb pulsed, then created a third vision. This time it was more abstract. Shapes and colors collided and merged, forming a confusing pattern. Liam felt a moment of panic. He had no reference, no context. But then he remembered Nara's words. This test was not only about logic but about character. He focused on the shapes. He imagined what each color and movement might represent. Fear, hope, joy, anger. Slowly he interpreted the chaos as a message. Understanding requires patience and attention. A solution is not always obvious, but observing carefully leads to insight. The orb glowed brightly, then dissolved into light. Nara stepped forward, her suit shimmering. You have passed the first stage, she said. Many humans would fail. They would see only confusion or act impulsively. You show patience, thoughtfulness, and empathy. These qualities are rare among those who visit my world. Liam felt relief and pride, but he did not smile. I have much to learn. I want to understand not only to pass tests, but to respect your people. Nara tilted her head slightly. Very well. The next trial will test more than thought. It will challenge your perception and courage. The chamber shifted again, the walls fading into darkness. Liam felt a slight pull in his chest, as if the room itself was alive. A path appeared before them, illuminated faintly. Along the path were mirrors, each reflecting a different version of Liam. In some, he looked afraid. In others, confident or angry. Look carefully, Nara instructed. The reflections show possibilities, not realities. You must recognize yourself and choose the reflection that shows your true character. Many are lost here, confused by illusions. Liam stepped forward cautiously. He studied each reflection. Some were tempting. One reflection showed him taking credit for another's success, looking proud and powerful. Another showed him fleeing in fear from a small danger. Neither felt right. Finally, he saw a reflection that mirrored his calm determination, showing him thinking carefully, acting with respect and courage. He reached toward it. The mirror shimmered and then dissolved into light. You have chosen wisely, Nara said. Many would choose power, fear, or pride. You have chosen integrity. The path opened into a larger chamber, filled with floating objects, spheres, cubes, and strange shapes that moved slowly, almost dancing in the air. Here, Nara said, you must solve a puzzle. The objects are not what they seem. They react to your understanding, not your strength. Observe carefully. Liam watched the objects. Some were transparent, showing smaller shapes inside. Others emitted soft light. He reached out, thinking carefully about their arrangement. Slowly he realized that each object represented a choice, a value, or a principle. Moving one object incorrectly would disrupt the balance. He worked steadily, moving the objects with care. Some required patience, waiting for patterns to align naturally. Others required insight, noticing connections that were not immediately obvious. Hours passed, yet Liam did not grow frustrated. He knew that rushing would ruin the trial. Finally, the last object moved into place. The chamber glowed brightly and a gentle sound filled the space like music formed from light. Liam turned to Nara, who was observing him quietly. You have succeeded, she said. Your mind is sharp, your heart is true. You see connections, respect life, and value understanding over force. These are qualities that my people have overlooked in humans. You remind me that humans are capable of more than we feared. Liam felt a warmth in his chest. Thank you. I only try to act with honesty and care. That is how humans survive and grow. Nara's suit shimmered brighter. You have impressed me, Liam, but the trials are not over. The final stage is more challenging. It will test your courage and your empathy. You must act without hesitation, yet with thought. You must make choices that reflect who you truly are. Liam nodded. I am ready. The chamber changed again. The walls faded into a soft, glowing mist. Shapes moved in the distance, forming figures that seemed alive. Liam realized that these figures were not illusions but representations of beings who might need help. Some were small and weak, others confused or frightened. "You must help them," Nara said. "But beware. The solution is not always clear. Many fail because they act selfishly or recklessly. You must use your mind, heart, and spirit." Liam stepped forward. He approached a small figure trapped under a fallen beam. Carefully, he lifted it, ensuring it was safe. Then he helped a group of beings find their way through a shifting maze of light. At every step, he observed carefully, acted with care, and showed empathy. The mist began to clear and the figures vanished, replaced by a gentle glow. Liam realized that he had passed the final trial of the day. Nara stepped beside him. "You have done well. Few outsiders can complete all the trials. You have shown that humans are not only clever and strong but also kind, patient, and understanding. You have proven that appearances are not important. What lies beneath is what truly matters." Liam smiled softly. "I have learned much today. Your world is amazing, and I hope to continue learning." Nara's suit shimmered in patterns of light. "Tomorrow the trials will continue, but today you have proven yourself. You are not like others. You are a human who shows the potential of your species. That is rare, and it is valuable." As they walked back through the corridor, Liam felt a mixture of excitement and responsibility. He had passed the first real test, but he understood that the journey with Nara was only beginning. Each step would bring new challenges, new lessons, and new opportunities to show what humans were truly capable of. For the first time, he felt that humans might be seen not just as explorers or intruders, but as beings of wisdom, courage, and heart. And in Nara's eyes, he saw the first hint of recognition that humans might be more than her people had believed. The corridor stretched before them, glowing softly in response to Liam's presence. He knew that tomorrow would bring more challenges, but he was ready. With patience, thoughtfulness, and empathy, he would continue to show the truth of humanity to the princess in her world. The next morning, Liam awoke in the softly glowing chamber where he had completed the trials. The light shifted gently, like a calm sunrise. He felt a quiet anticipation. Today, he knew, would bring lessons deeper than puzzles or reflections. He was here not just to prove himself, but to understand Nara, her people, and the mysteries of Viralia. Nara appeared, gliding into the chamber as if she had been waiting for him. Her suit shimmered with a soft golden hue, reflecting the gentle light of the chamber. "Good morning, Liam," she said. "You performed well yesterday. I have been observing humans for many cycles, and your actions surprised me. Few show thoughtfulness combined with courage." Liam bowed slightly. "Thank you, Princess Nara. I am here to learn, and I hope to understand your people better. That is more important to me than completing trials." Nara paused, studying him. Her presence felt intense, yet not threatening. Many humans arrive on Viralia thinking only of discovery, conquest, or trade. Few arrive with understanding. You are different. Perhaps your species has more depth than I realized. Liam smiled softly. Humans can make mistakes, but many of us also strive to understand and care for others. That is what I try to do. For a long moment, Nara said nothing. Then she motioned for him to follow her. The corridor led them outside the chamber and into the open air of Viralia. The sun was low, casting violet and gold over the mountains. Rivers of light flowed. Between crystalline trees and creatures with shimmering wings darted among them. Liam could hardly believe what he was seeing. "This is my home," Nara said. "Few humans have seen it like this. It is a living place, but it can be harsh. Understanding it requires more than sight. It requires patience, empathy, and respect." Liam nodded. "I will do my best to understand. Your world is incredible, but I know beauty alone does not reveal its truth." Nara guided him to a platform overlooking a valley. In the distance, a small village of Virilian citizens moved about their daily lives. The people wore suits similar to Nara's, though simpler. They moved gracefully, carefully, in harmony with the environment. Their actions were precise and deliberate. "Observe," Nara said. "These people live by principles that are not written but understood. Respect, cooperation, empathy. They are trained from birth to act with care for each other and the planet. Yet even with training, many visitors from other worlds fail to grasp the depth of these values. Liam watched quietly. He noticed the way the Virelians interacted. One helped another carry a bundle, while another guided a young creature safely across a glowing bridge. There was no command, no reward, yet every action reflected consideration and harmony. They act naturally, without being told, Liam said softly. It seems their values are part of who they are. Nara nodded. Correct. Actions reveal truth. Words alone do not. You, human, understand that. Your deeds yesterday were a reflection of this principle. That is why you are not like others who have come before you. They walked down the platform toward the village. Nara spoke again. I want you to see more than what is visible. Understanding humans requires observing behavior, choices, and consequences. That is why you are here. As they entered the village, a small child approached Liam cautiously. The child's suit shimmered faintly and reflected curiosity. Liam knelt to meet the child's gaze. Hello, he said gently. I am Liam. I come in peace. The child tilted their head, studying him. After a moment, they smiled shyly. Liam realized that simple gestures, kindness, and respect could bridge worlds as much as language or technology. Nara watched closely. Notice, she said softly. Trust is built slowly, through consistency and respect. You earned it with actions, not words. That is rare among visitors. Liam spent the day walking among the villagers, observing, listening, and learning. He noticed small details. How they spoke to creatures, how they shared food, how they solved problems without argument. Every action revealed thoughtfulness, empathy, and intelligence. He realized that even the most basic tasks were performed with intention and care. At one point, a minor disagreement arose among a group of villagers about how to repair a glowing bridge. Some wanted to rush, while others suggested waiting for better materials. Liam watched carefully. Without imposing himself, he suggested an idea based on fairness, a temporary repair that would allow safe passage while a permanent solution was prepared. The villagers looked at him with mild surprise. One elder spoke. Your insight shows understanding. Few outsiders see the balance between caution and action. Liam smiled. I only tried to respect both safety and efficiency. Nara's suit shimmered faintly as she spoke. Humans often act quickly, relying on strength or technology. You rely on thought, empathy, and balance. That is what makes your species remarkable when guided by understanding rather than impulse. As the day progressed, Liam and Nara reached a high terrace overlooking the valley. The twin suns cast long shadows and the rivers of light flowed like golden threads. Nara stopped and turned to him. I must ask you something personal, she said. Yesterday you answered my question about the suit differently than I expected. Most would focus on curiosity, on what is hidden. You focused on character. Why? Liam paused. He looked at the flowing rivers and the glowing trees. Because what lies beneath the suit is not important. Who you are, your thoughts, your choices, your heart, that is what matters. That is what defines you, not appearances. Nara regarded him silently. Liam noticed the subtle shimmer of her suit, patterns moving like waves. Few beings understand this. Many see only the surface, and they judge or exploit. You see differently. That is why I am beginning to trust you. Liam bowed slightly. Trust is earned, not given lightly. I respect your choices, Princess Nara. That is why I act as I do. Nara's suit glowed softly, a pattern of light flowing over her body. You remind me that humans are more than we often allow ourselves to believe. Your species has courage, intelligence, and compassion. These qualities are rare and precious in a galaxy full of fear and ambition. They walked in silence for a while, watching the valley below. Liam realized that the lessons of Virelia were not only about the planet or its people, but also about perspective. Humans were often underestimated, yet their true worth lay in qualities that could not be measured by strength, size, or technology alone. Suddenly, A soft alarm echoed from the village. A small fire had started near the outskirts, caused by a glowing plant tipping over. Liam and Nara rushed down. Villagers were calmly responding, using water channels and teamwork to contain the flames. Liam acted instinctively, helping to guide the creatures away and ensuring the youngest villagers were safe. Nara watched closely. "Observe how they act," she said. "Fear does not rule them. Action guided by thought and empathy rules. Your actions show that humans can learn and act with similar principles." The fire was soon controlled. Liam looked around and saw that not one life was lost. The villagers nodded to him with quiet gratitude. Nara turned to him. "Today you have not only observed but participated. You have helped others and shown that humans can act with care and understanding in real situations. That is the most important lesson of all." Liam felt a deep sense of pride. "I only did what I believed was right. That is what humans try to do when faced with challenges. We learn, we adapt, and we care for others." Nara's voice was calm but full of respect. "You have proven yourself beyond the tests and visions. You have shown that humans can embody intelligence, courage, and empathy simultaneously. You have revealed the truth of your species to me. That is more than many of your kind could accomplish." As the twin suns set, casting violet and gold over the valley, Liam and Nara stood in quiet reflection. For the first time, Nara seemed to show genuine curiosity about humanity, not just observation. Liam realized that trust was growing between them, built on actions, understanding, and respect. Nara's suit shimmered faintly, and she spoke softly. "You are different, Liam. You have made me reconsider many of my assumptions. Humans are not merely explorers or intruders. You are capable of understanding, compassion, and courage. That is rare, and it is valuable." Liam looked at her, feeling the weight of her words. "Thank you, Princess. I only try to act with honesty and respect. That is how humans show their best qualities." For a long time, they watched the sun dip below the horizon. The valley glowed with the soft light of Viralia, alive and peaceful. Liam understood that this day had changed something fundamental. Not only his understanding of Viralia, but also how the princess might see humans. He realized that humans had the power to inspire respect and trust, not through domination or technology, but through empathy, thoughtfulness, and courage. That realization filled him with hope, not just for himself but for his species. And for Nara, the human before her was no longer just an outsider. He was a symbol of potential, a being who could bridge worlds through understanding rather than force. She had begun to see that beneath the surface of humanity lay qualities that could change the perception of an entire species. The day ended with quiet reflection, but both Liam and Nara knew that tomorrow would bring new lessons, greater challenges, and opportunities to deepen trust. The journey of understanding had only just begun, and the bond between human and alien princess was growing, built on respect, courage, and insight. The next morning, Liam awoke to the gentle hum of Viralia's light-filled corridors. The soft glow filtered through the walls, casting moving patterns on the floor. Today felt different. There was an undercurrent of energy in the air, a tension that Liam could not explain. Nara appeared beside him, her suit shimmering softly. "Liam," she said, "today will test more than thought or empathy. Today will test your courage, ingenuity, and your ability to act under pressure." Liam's eyes widened slightly. "I understand. I will do my best." The two of them glided through the corridors toward the outer edge of the city. As they approached, Liam saw smoke rising in the distance. A section of the glowing forests beyond the village was catching fire, spreading quickly along the dry, glowing grass and crystalline trees. Villagers were attempting to control it, but the flames moved faster than they could. "What caused this?" Liam asked. "A rare energy surge from the planet's core," Nara explained. "It happens once every few cycles. It is natural but dangerous. If it reaches the village, it could destroy homes, plants, and creatures. We must act quickly." Liam's mind raced. Unlike the controlled trials of the past days, this was real. Lives and the planet itself were at stake. He glanced at Nara. "What can I do to help?" Nara looked at him with a faint smile. "Use your mind. Observe, adapt, and act. Humans often surprise us by finding solutions we cannot imagine. Liam ran toward the edge of the fire. Using the tools and knowledge he had gathered over his missions, he began to create barriers with energy channels and redirected small rivers of liquid light to slow the fire. He instructed villagers, guiding them to work together to form safe paths and protect creatures trapped by the flames. Nara observed him closely. "You act decisively but thoughtfully," she said. "Many humans would panic, yet you see solutions. That is why you are different." Hours passed and the fire continued to spread. Liam worked tirelessly, noticing patterns in how the flames moved. He realized that the fire was following the natural flow of the energy in the planet. By understanding the energy currents, he could redirect the fire safely away from homes and living beings. He shouted instructions to the villagers who followed his guidance. Together, they built temporary barriers using lightweight crystalline materials, forming channels to guide the flames safely into a nearby canyon. Creatures moved calmly along the designated paths, protected from danger. Nara joined him at one point, extending her hand to release controlled pulses of energy that reinforced the barriers. "See, Liam," she said, "even your actions inspire solutions that my people would not have thought of." Liam smiled. "We must combine knowledge, observation, and teamwork. That is how humans solve challenges." The fire raged for hours, but gradually, the combined efforts of humans and Virelians began to contain it. Liam noticed that the villagers were learning quickly, adapting his methods to their own abilities. He guided them patiently, encouraging each action while respecting their understanding of the environment. Finally, the fire was fully contained. No lives were lost, and the forest outside the village remained largely intact. Liam stepped back, breathing heavily but feeling a deep satisfaction. The villagers looked at him with gratitude, and Nara's suit shimmered softly as she approached. "You have done what few could," she said. "You acted with courage, intelligence, and compassion. You understood the environment, guided the people, and respected life. This is more than a human could do in my experience." Liam shook his head gently. "I only acted as I believed was right. Humans adapt, learn, and care. That is how we face challenges, not by force alone, but by understanding and cooperation." Nara's suit shimmered in patterns that Liam had begun to recognize as her form of emotion. "You have proven that humans possess ingenuity and courage combined with empathy. You have inspired my people to see solutions beyond their tradition. That is rare." As the villagers resumed their daily routines, Liam noticed something remarkable. The creatures of Virelia, once cautious, now moved freely among the villagers. It was as if the harmony of action, thought, and care had reassured them. Liam realized that understanding and calm guidance could create trust across species. Nara moved beside him. "I have observed humans for cycles, yet you have revealed something new. You show that humans can act in unity with others, respecting their strengths while leading by example. That is rare and valuable." Liam nodded. "I learned from observing your people. You work together, think carefully, and respect life. Humans are similar in principle. We may be different in form, but our core values can align when understanding is present." Nara glanced at him, her voice softening. "You remind me that humans are more than we often perceive. Your species combines logic, courage, and empathy in ways that my people rarely see." They stood quietly, observing the restored valley. Liam felt a sense of fulfillment, but also an awareness that challenges would continue. Virelia was a living, unpredictable world. Each day offered lessons and opportunities to prove character and intelligence. Suddenly, Nara turned to him. "Tomorrow will bring a trial unlike any you have faced before. It will test not only your abilities but your understanding of responsibility and trust. Many fail because they cannot balance empathy with decisive action. You have done well today, but the next step will be greater." Liam nodded. "I am ready. I have learned much from this experience, and I will continue to act with respect and understanding." As the twin suns set, casting a warm violet and gold glow over the village, Liam reflected on the day's events. He realized that human ingenuity was not simply about technology or strength, but about observing, understanding, and guiding others toward solutions. Courage alone was not enough. It had to be combined with thought and care. Nara moved beside him, her suit shimmering like flowing water. "You have changed my perception of humans," she said. "We often underestimate species from other worlds, judging by appearances or assumptions. You have shown that humans are capable of insight, courage, and leadership combined with empathy. That is a rare gift in this galaxy. Liam felt a quiet pride. I only act as I believe is right. Humans can learn from each other and from other species. That is what allows us to grow and adapt. Nara studied him silently for a moment, then smiled faintly. You are different from others who have come to Veralia. You show qualities that few outsiders possess. Today you saved lives and taught lessons without force, without domination. You used only your understanding and courage. That is why you are remarkable. Liam looked at the glowing forest and the villagers moving among it. Your people taught me much, Princess. But I also see that humanity has its own strengths. When combined with care, intelligence, and courage, we can make a difference. That is what I hope to show you and your people. Nara nodded, her suit flickering with soft colors. You have begun to reveal the potential of your species. That is more important than any trial, any test, or any vision. What humans can do, guided by understanding and respect, is extraordinary. As night fell, the valley glowed with soft light, the creatures resting, and the villagers tending to their homes. Liam felt a deep connection to the planet and to Nara. He realized that trust, respect, and understanding could bridge worlds, forming bonds stronger than fear or misunderstanding. Before leaving, Nara looked at him once more. Tomorrow, the final trials will begin. They will challenge your character in ways you have not yet faced. But today, you have shown that humans are capable of remarkable courage, empathy, and insight. That is a foundation you can build upon. Liam nodded. I will continue to act with respect, courage, and understanding. That is the essence of humanity, and I hope to show it every day. The twin moons rose over Veralia, casting silver light across the valley. Liam and Nara stood silently, watching the peaceful glow. For the first time, Liam felt that he was not just an observer of a strange world, but a participant in its life and growth. The challenges of tomorrow seemed distant but promising, a continuation of the journey that had begun when he first answered the question about the suit. He realized that humans were more than explorers. They could inspire, teach, and create harmony through understanding, courage, and empathy. And in Nara's eyes, he saw the recognition of this truth, a subtle but powerful acknowledgement that humans were more than what many had assumed. The night passed quietly, but both Liam and Nara knew that the trials were far from over. The next day would bring new challenges, testing the depth of human courage and the strength of the bond between species. Yet Liam felt ready. With intelligence, courage, and respect guiding him, he understood that humans could face challenges that no one could predict, and in doing so, prove the true potential of their species. And so, the day ended, leaving Liam and Nara standing together, ready to face whatever trials awaited, united by trust, respect, and a growing understanding of the extraordinary possibilities of humanity. The morning sun of Veralia cast golden and violet light across the valley. Liam awoke feeling a mixture of excitement and calm. Today would be the final stage of his journey with Princess Nara. The trials he had faced so far had tested his mind, empathy, and courage. Today, he would face a challenge that would show the full measure of human understanding. Nara appeared as he stepped into the glowing corridor. Her suit shimmered with soft patterns of blue and gold. Liam, she said, her voice calm yet filled with purpose. You have shown intelligence, courage, and compassion. Today you will face a trial that is not just about action but about trust. You will need to act with your heart as well as your mind. Liam nodded. I understand. I am ready to do what is right. Nara led him to a high platform overlooking the glowing forests. In the distance, a mysterious formation pulsed with energy, like a living crystal tower. This tower, she explained, contains the deepest knowledge and secrets of Veralia. Many have tried to enter it, but only those who act with understanding and respect may reach the top. Liam's eyes widened. The tower shimmered with energy that seemed alive. How do we reach it? He asked. Nara's suit glowed faintly. The tower tests the hearts of those who enter. You must choose your path carefully. Impulsive actions will fail. Patience, empathy, and insight will guide you. They approached the tower together. As they entered, Liam felt the energy surround him. The walls glowed, forming shifting patterns that seemed to respond to his thoughts and feelings. Each step required observation and understanding. The tower was alive, reacting to the intentions of those within it. The first challenge appeared, a series of floating bridges over glowing chasms. Some bridges were solid, others appeared fragile or incomplete. Liam studied each one carefully. He realized that the tower was testing more than courage. It was testing perception and decision-making. Choose carefully, Nara said softly. The bridges reflect your understanding. One false step could lead you astray. Liam took a deep breath. He observed the energy of each bridge, feeling its vibrations and movement. Slowly, he stepped onto the first bridge, moving deliberately and thoughtfully. Each step required balance, focus, and awareness. He encouraged himself, reminding himself to act with understanding, not haste. Nara followed silently, her suit shimmering as she observed his every movement. You act with patience, she said. Many humans would rush and fail. You see possibilities, consequences, and truth. The bridges led to a chamber filled with floating crystals, each glowing with soft energy. In the center hovered a crystal orb, brighter than any Liam had seen before. As he approached, the orb projected visions of beings from many worlds, some in harmony, others in conflict. The images shifted quickly, forming complex scenarios that were difficult to interpret. This is your final test, Nara said. You must understand the needs of each being and act to balance their harmony. You cannot favor one over another. You must see the whole. Liam studied the visions carefully. He noticed patterns. Beings who acted selfishly caused imbalance, while those who acted with care and cooperation created harmony. He realized that the test required empathy, insight, and action. He reached out and touched the orb, feeling a pulse of energy. Images shifted to show beings in need, some small and fragile, others confused or afraid. He acted carefully, guiding each toward balance, making decisions that reflected understanding and fairness. He acted not with power but with observation, thought, and compassion. Hours seemed to pass. Liam worked steadily, never rushing, always considering consequences. Slowly, the energy of the chamber began to stabilize. The visions aligned and the orb glowed brighter, projecting a wave of light that filled the room. Nara stepped closer, her suit shimmering. You have done well, she said. You have balanced needs, shown empathy, and acted with insight. You have proven that humans can combine courage, intelligence, and compassion in ways few others can. Liam felt a deep sense of fulfillment. I only acted as I believed was right. Humans can face challenges not by force but by understanding, empathy, and thought. Nara's suit shimmered brightly, a pattern of light flowing across her form. You have exceeded my expectations, Liam. Many visitors fail because they act impulsively or selfishly. You act with understanding, respect, and care. That is rare and valuable. As they left the chamber, the tower's walls shifted into a calm, glowing path. Nara spoke softly. You have proven that humans are capable of more than we imagined. Your species can inspire trust, understanding, and cooperation across worlds. That is a gift that cannot be measured by strength or technology. Liam looked at her. I hope to show that humans can be trusted allies, not only explorers. We can learn from others and share what we know, guided by respect and empathy. Nara regarded him silently. For the first time, she removed a small part of her suit, revealing a faint glow of her true form. It was not physical appearance that mattered, but the trust she was showing. You have earned a measure of my trust, she said. Few outsiders are granted this. You have shown that humans are more than what we assumed. That is the greatest lesson of all. Liam bowed slightly. Thank you, Princess. Trust must be respected and nurtured. I will honor it always. They walked together through the tower, now peaceful and glowing with soft light. Nara spoke again. I have observed humans for many cycles, yet you have shown qualities that surpass what I expected. Courage, intelligence, empathy, and the ability to inspire others. These are qualities that define the best of your species. Liam smiled softly. Humans have flaws, but we also have the potential to learn, adapt, and act with care. That is what makes us strong and capable. As they emerged from the tower, the valley below glowed in the light of Virelia's twin suns. Villagers moved peacefully among the glowing forests, creatures of all sizes interacting calmly. Liam realized that the harmony of this world was not just natural. It was guided by thought, respect, and understanding. Nara turned to him. Today you have completed the final trial. You have shown what lies within humans. It is not physical strength or technology alone, but the combination of thought, courage, and heart that makes your species extraordinary. Liam looked around, feeling the weight of her words. I hope my actions today show that humans can be trusted, that we can build harmony, and that we can inspire others to act with understanding. Nara's suit shimmered in patterns of light, reflecting her acknowledgement. You have done more than prove yourself. You have revealed the potential of humanity. That is a lesson I will carry and share with my people. They will see that humans can act with wisdom, courage, and empathy, shaping a future built on trust, rather than fear. As the sun set, Liam and Nara stood together on a hill overlooking the valley. The twin moons rose, casting silver light over the glowing forests and rivers of energy. Liam felt a deep sense of peace. He had faced trials, helped others, and shown the best of his species. Nara spoke softly. Liam, you have shown me that humans are capable of extraordinary qualities. You have acted with understanding, courage, and empathy. You have earned trust, not through power, but through the choices you make. That is the true measure of your species. Liam bowed slightly. Thank you, Princess. I hope to continue learning and showing that humans can act with care and respect no matter where we go. Nara extended her hand, and this time, she removed a larger part of her suit, revealing more of her form. It was a gesture of trust and recognition. Liam reached out, understanding the significance. Trust had been earned, not given lightly, and now it was shared. You remind me, Nara said, that humans are not only explorers, but beings of thought, heart, and courage. You have changed how I see your species, and that will shape the way my people view humanity as well. Liam smiled. I am honored. My species can only show its best when guided by understanding, respect, and empathy. That is what I hope to share with others. They stood silently for a while, watching the glowing forests and the peaceful village. Liam realized that this journey had been more than a test. It had been a lesson for both of them. Humans and Virelians, though different in form, shared values that could bridge worlds. Finally, Nara spoke. You have proven that humans are capable of more than many would believe. Courage, wisdom, and empathy can inspire trust and cooperation. That is a lesson for my people and for all who visit this world. Liam nodded. And I have learned that understanding and respect are the foundation for building harmony, no matter the world or the species. That is what makes humanity remarkable. The twin moons cast their final silver glow as night fell over Virelia. Liam felt a sense of accomplishment, pride, and hope. He had not only passed the trials, but had revealed the true spirit of humanity to a princess and her people. Nara's final words were soft, but filled with significance. Remember, Liam, the greatest power is not in strength or technology, but in the choices we make, the respect we show, and the understanding we offer. You have embodied that, and your species has much to offer the galaxy. Liam looked at the glowing horizon, feeling the truth of her words. I will carry this lesson and share it, Princess. Humanity is capable of courage, empathy, and wisdom. That is who we are. Together they watched the moons rise, a symbol of trust, understanding, and the